You mentioned Joe Barrios. He built a political fiefdom from his perch previously on the Board of Review, taking tens of thousands of dollars from attorneys and other people who came before the board with their property tax appeals. It's kind of an unusual circumstance when attorneys practice in Cook County Circuit Court. They're not giving the judge thousands of dollars unless they plan on spending some time behind bars. But the Cook County Board of Tax Review, not illegal to do it, not illegal to take these contributions, but do you both, a question to both of you, do you see this as problematic, and what, if you do see it as problematic, what would you say about the seeming conflict of interest of people that appear before the Board of Review also being heavy campaign donations?
To say it's a conflict of interest is understatement of the year, I think, Dan.
I'm very understated.
Yeah, right. Understated guy. Of course, that's your reputation. I see my opponent here squirming in his chair right now because he probably knows what I'm going to talk about on this. Mr. Patlak has been in office, he's correct, for 9.5 months. 9.5 months he's raised a considerable amount of funds in the 90 percentile, over 90 percentile, directly from the very property tax attorneys that appear in front of him. Is that a conflict of interest? I guess that's a question each individual needs to ask themselves. As a fiscal conservative, as a valued conservative, to me it's a huge conflict of interest. Is it ethically? Yes, it is. In some cases, is there a Cook County Code of Ethics? Yes, there is. I would suggest that Mr. Patlak, unfortunately, has crossed that line. When you solicit tax attorneys for $5,000 each, the very tax attorneys that appear before you and present commercial cases, when you solicit them, that's a breach. At the very least, it's a breach of our trust. It's a breach of ethics. And in some cases, it may be a breach of the law, depending on which way you look at it. My opponent here has raised record amounts of money from the property tax attorneys. I don't grin and I don't smile and I don't laugh at that, folks. Not at all. I don't find it funny. Just don't find it funny at all. I question it. I worry about it. And, you know, I have a fear of it. What is my fear? My fear is that we're one more campaign donation away from Tony Rezko, from Blagojevich. This is a GOP event tonight. The embarrassment that can come to our entire party, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. There's many ways. I understand the importance of raising money for any group, any organization, any campaign. There's ways to do it ethically. There's ways to do it fair. Targeting law firms is not the way to do it.
Just a follow-up, kind of my prerogative, if you will. Just to be clear then, if you don't think what Commissioner Patlak has done is proper, would you not raise money from individuals who would appear before the Board of Tax Review that you would potentially rule on property tax appeals?
I absolutely would not shake down the attorneys that appear before me in the Board of Review. Under me, the Board of Review will not be for sale to tax attorneys. I will not shake them down, and I'll say that now until the cows come home.